To North London and Damesh Eberechi Eze, I should say, a wanted man by North London.
Certainly is. We brought you the news earlier on this week that Arsenal were exploring the conditions of a deal potentially for Eberechi Eze. They continue to explore those conditions. He is now emerging, we think, as a big target for Arsenal in this transfer window, and we think that's independent of any of their other potential recruitment in the forward areas, be it a striker or a winger or a number 10. Now, I'm also told today that Eberechi Eze would be open to a move to Arsenal. He's an ambitious footballer. He wants to play Champions League football. He's obviously an England international as well. We do know that Tottenham Hotspur have also been interested in Eze during this transfer window, but we think now that they are focusing on other targets for now.
Right.
And so Arsenal, I think, will look at Eze and think, do you know what, he could be perfect for the way we want to play.
Not cheap.
Of course he's not, and it's good that you mentioned that because it is a release clause situation we've got here. So it's £60 million, we think, which could rise to £68 million. Now, it's easy for a club just to say, yes, we'll meet that release clause. And the selling club, in inverted commas, can't do much about that. But sometimes, even with a release clause, you can have a situation where a club wants to negotiate on that release clause, in which case, in this case, if Arsenal were to do that, they would have to approach Crystal Palace and say, I know the release clause is this much, but we would like to pay this much, and this is how we'd like to pay it. And that's not necessarily to pay less than the release clause, because the 16 plus 8 is something that would almost be guaranteed to Crystal Palace.
Right.
Whereas if Arsenal went in and said, actually, we'd be willing to pay 70 to 75 for argument's sake, and people would say, why would you want to pay more than the release clause? It could be in exchange for favourable payment terms. So it could be the case that the release clause, you need to pay in 3 instalments, for example. But if Arsenal say to Crystal Palace, well, actually, we want to pay you a bit more, but we'll do it in 4 instalments, because we know that everyone is looking at their financial fair play and their profit and sustainability rules, and they are done on a 3-year rolling basis. So, look, Arsenal might say, yes, here is the release clause money, we're willing to pay it. Let's discuss this with Eberechi Eze and sort out the personal terms. We're quite a long way from that, admittedly, but it's clear that Eberechi Eze is definitely a player of interest for Arsenal.
So many details to iron out before the deal actually goes on, isn't it? OK, we mentioned Chelsea's business just a moment ago, but one of their forwards is actually interesting Arsenal, Mark.
Yeah, so Damesh mentioned Eberechi Eze as being probably the #1 target down that left-hand side, although they do have an extensive list of possible options. I'll just run you through them now because there are, well, I guess four possible options, really.
Okay.
We've spoken about one, the 3 others. They are ambitious. Nico Williams is obviously someone of interest. However, he's made it very clear that he wants to go to Barcelona. So the chances of him ending up in North London over the course of this summer, very, very slim. The other player, Rodrigo at Real Madrid, someone that's won everything, but comes with a very high price tag. We understand probably going to cost around 90 million to get Rodrigo out of Real Madrid over the course of this.
In a transfer twist that has sent shockwaves through the Premier League, Arsenal are on the brink of completing a sensational deal for Crystal Palace star Eberechi Eze. The Gunners, known for pulling surprises in recent windows, have left it late but appear determined to land the 26-year-old playmaker before the deadline. Sources close to the negotiations reveal that talks have been ongoing for several weeks, but a breakthrough only came in the past 48 hours. Palace, initially reluctant to sell their prized asset, were holding firm on a valuation believed to be in the region of £70 million. However, Arsenal's persistence, combined with a cleverly structured payment plan, appears to have swayed the South London club. Eze, who has lit up Selhurst Park with his flair, creativity, and knack for scoring spectacular goals, is reportedly excited about the prospect of working under Mikel Arteta. The Arsenal boss has long admired Eze's versatility, with the ability to operate across the attacking midfield line, play as a number 10, or even drift into wide areas, a tactical flexibility that fits perfectly into Arteta's high possession, fluid system. For Arsenal, this deal represents more than just adding another talented player, it's a statement of intent. After coming agonizingly close to the Premier League title last season, the Gunners are making sure they have the depth and creativity to go one better. Eze's arrival would give Arteta another weapon alongside Martin Odegaard, Bukayo Saka, and Gabriel Martinelli, a quartet capable of unlocking even the most stubborn defenses. Fans have already begun speculating about how Eze will fit in. Will he be the direct competition for Odegaard? Could Arteta deploy him in a hybrid role that allows both to start together? Or will Eze be used as a game-changing option from the bench to terrorize tired defenses? Meanwhile, Crystal Palace face a huge task in replacing their talisman. Eze's departure will undoubtedly leave a creative void, and with time running out in the window, manager Oliver Glasner may have to turn to late loan deals or free agents to bolster his attack. The move also sends ripples across the league. Rivals will see Arsenal's ambition as a serious warning sign. Liverpool, Manchester City, and Chelsea, all in the title hunt, know that the Gunners now possess another player capable of deciding big games. As the clock ticks towards the transfer deadline, Arsenal fans are glued to their screens, waiting for the famous "Here we go" from Fabrizio Romano. If all goes to plan, Eze could be unveiled in North London within hours, giving the Emirates faithful one more reason to believe that this could be their year. One thing is certain, whether you're an Arsenal fan or not, this is one of those deadline day moves that will be remembered for years to come.